Thank you for joining us on Data Cloud Now, where we bring you the latest in all things data in business and industry. I'm Ryan Green, and I'm joined by Nitin, VP, ISV and Global Ecosystem Partnerships, along with Adam, GM and SVP, Product and Engineering Trifecta at Alteryx. Gentlemen, so great to have you here. Adam, to start with over 7,000 customers and 200,000 community members, what's the data showing you, and how is Alteryx adapting to an ever-changing environment to meet your clients' needs?
Yeah, I mean, what's really interesting is that, as more and more of this moves to cloud, the visibility that you have into how people are using your products and your technology gives you an amazing lens into what's going on in the wild as they're starting to bring use cases to life. And I think for us, the really interesting part is that as part of that transition, you're seeing cloud really democratize a lot of the work around creating data products that used to be the exclusive purview, the highly technical. And for us, this is really exciting because now you actually get to see the people who know the data best doing the work. The people who have context in their heads can get eyes on data early in a process and do the structuring, the shaping, the cleansing of the data to really make it something useful to them that can help them to unlock new insights, to cater to long tail segments in their markets, to manage and model risk better in ways that when it was really locked up and really only a handful of very technical people, you just couldn't really do that at scale. And so for us, that's just been so much fun.
You know, I love that. That feeds in perfectly to what I want to talk about next. It's really the power of the ecosystem. You hear the buzz, the excitement here. We're at Snowflake's Data Cloud World Tour here in San Francisco. Nitin, from your standpoint, what are you hearing today?
First of all, thanks, Ryan, for hosting us. We really appreciate that. As you know, Alteryx is a sponsor of the event. Now, Snowflake has re-architected the data architecture completely and reimagined the entire space. And so we are thrilled to be part of that ecosystem. What we see and what I noticed walking on the show floor earlier this afternoon, the entire ecosystem coming together as partners and solving customer use cases, that really excites us. So we are here as a key partner to Snowflake. We've been an elite partner, and together in this ecosystem, we'll work towards solving customer issues.
It's an exciting next chapter. Adam, you recently announced new enhancements to enable cloud analytics and enterprise readiness. Can you elaborate a little bit for the audience watching here today?
Yeah, well, a big part of it for us was taking this raving fan installed base of hundreds of thousands of Alteryx users who get up in the morning and are able to live in the data using our technology and making sure that there's products now available in the cloud so that as the center of gravity shifts more and more to data that's born in the cloud or data that's being aggregated in places like Snowflake, we're able to meet them where the data lives and we're able to give them the tools and technologies. So whether it's our flagship designer product or our Auto Insights or Auto ML products, all of these now are coming together in Alteryx Analytics Cloud in a way that gives them an end-to-end solution that is fully cloud native, that is deeply integrated with the entire ecosystem, all the major cloud platforms, in addition to being able to push all of the processing to Snowflake, where Snowflake becomes the engine that we use to actually do the data transformation and the data blending.
I love it. It's collaboration driving impact happening really in real time.
Absolutely.
Nitin, from your standpoint, how does Alteryx and Snowflake align its GTM?
Yeah. So we've been a Snowflake partner now for over 3 years, and we have hundreds of joint customers. We've been an elite partner, which is the highest Snowflake certification of partnerships. Our technology has been integrated, it's been validated. We have multiple different competencies across different industry verticals. So when we work with Snowflake, we serve our joint customers, we look after the use cases, and we really solve those complex data problems that our customers are looking to solve.
I absolutely love it, and the result of that, millions of people are benefited from it.
Absolutely.
I want to pivot a little bit. We've talked about ecosystem, and when I think ecosystem, I think community.
Right.
And community is so core to everything that you both are doing on a day-to-day basis. How are you using data, Adam, to bring your respective communities together, and as a result, push the business to new heights?
Yeah. Well, I think a big part of this is this idea of collaborative curation, right? It's the idea that, really building data products and doing the work of data engineering, regardless of what your role is in an organization, is a team sport. And that means being able to leverage a lot of assets in communities to make sure that templates and macros and reusable components that you're creating can be shared seamlessly across your organization and even between organizations. So I think we're starting to really see the evolution of community becoming part of the product itself, which is a really, really exciting moment as you start thinking about what cloud does and how that opens things up. And I think it complements a lot of what Alteryx has been focused on from the beginning, which is also getting into the major educational institutions through our Spark Ed program, where we're able to actually give the technology to students as they're learning so they can develop and upskill to get the next generation of data jobs when they're coming out and they're graduating, and they're feeding into a lot of these large organizations that are hungry for more and more talent that really understands how to work with data in meaningful ways. And so I think being able to do that at the enterprise level, but also being able to do that with academic institutions and nonprofits has really helped this community kind of come together in pretty profound ways to shape the future of what's happening with data.
You know, I absolutely love it. I love what you said. To your point, it's absolutely a team sport. You know, gentlemen, it's so great to hear, you know, what's happening up to this point. But now I want to look towards the future. I know the audience is excited. I have to ask, what's next for Alteryx, and how can the audience get involved? Adam, if you'd like to start.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned for a bunch of big announcements from us that are coming out to talk about the next generation of the Alteryx Analytics Cloud and where this is headed as we start to bring in capabilities around things like geospatial, as we start to bring in the ability to build applications interactively. So a lot of really exciting things coming down the pike. I think, you know, beyond that, you know, as we sort of look out into the future and we start to think about what's happening with topics like data quality, we hear from customers all the time that as they're modernizing, if they're not thinking about data quality, it's like they're worried that if the data quality is bad, their machine learning and their analytics might be worthless.
It all feeds itself,
right.
Exactly.
And they may end up in a situation with AI where they're automating bad decisions based on bad data, right, which would be a disaster.
Sounds terrifying.
Right? So it's creating this like burning platform to really get this right, and we're excited to be providing a lot of technology and enabling solutions that help them think about their analytic automation and about solving these data quality problems, not just one-off, but really at scale, in a repeated way that can be completely governed by the enterprise IT organization.
So, from your standpoint.
So let me give you 3 resources where you can find a bit more about what we do. So you can go to alteryx.com/snowflake. It has a great repository of best practices, our solution kits together, and of course, customer stories. So that's one. Number 2, we talked at length about community. We have more than 300,000 members of our community. So anyone who asks, has a question about our integrations, new use cases, and any innovation ideas, please share that on the community. And number 3, you can talk to us, the partner organization, or any Alteryx rep, our account executives or solution experts. We are here to answer any questions. So those are 3 ways by which you can find us together.
So gentlemen, congratulations. Looking forward to future conversations down the line. Thank you so much for joining me on Data Cloud Now. I'm Ryan Green. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned. More conversations coming up shortly. And if you missed any content, no problem. Just click on the link below to any of the on-demand content from Snowflake Data Cloud World Tour. I'm Ryan Green. We'll see you soon.